Hey lovelies, so today I'm going to be showing you guys the tutorial for this top. I'm going to put the picture on the screen. So I've been getting comments on my crochet posts, videos about a tutorial for a top I made a while back, and today I decided to give you guys the whole tutorial and everything. So I'm going to be using this hook, 4.5 mm hook, and my yarn. So my yarn is on the thin side, so I'm going to be doubling them. Okay, so let's start with making the arm part of the top. It's a sweater top, so it's like a warm kind of cozy sweater design I made for the winter. So I'm going to start with the arm part of the top. To start, we're going to crochet chain. I'm going to use 45 chain. I don't know how it's going to be. I kind of forget the measurement I used for the top, but I'm just going to try 45 chain and see how it goes. This is our chain of 45. So I'm going to say you should kind of measure where you want your arm top to be. So it's basically going to be around your deltoid or below your shoulder. So you measure from below your shoulder down to like your wrist. So from below your shoulder to your wrist, you don't want it to be above your shoulder because the top is going to have like, I'm just going to show you guys the picture so you see what I mean by below your shoulder. So I'm going to place this below my shoulder and see if it's the length I want it to be, and you place yours on your arm and see if it's also the length that you want it to be for you. So mine is small. I think I'm going to add 10 more chain. I'm going to stick with 55 chain. I don't want to make it 60 because 60 looks a bit longer, because you're going to also add a cuff like this. So you want your length to be from right here to like below your shoulder, so like this much. So you want your cuff is going to be here and the arm is going to be the rest, right? So I'm just going to stick with 55. I think that's enough for me. Then we're going to start our crochet. So for this top, we're going to use the ripped stitch to crochet this. So how do we do that? So first we're going to chain 3, and this 3 counts as a stitch, right? So we're going to yarn over, insert into your 55th chain or the 4th chain from the 3rd, then pull through. We're going to use a half double crochet for this. You have a half double crochet, so I'm just going to use a normal half double crochet round, a double crochet, not a half double crochet, all round throughout the, not round, just throughout the 55 chain that I have. So you're going to have a total of 55 double crochet when you are done with your row. So in this row, I'm just going to go around and see and come back when I'm done. So I'm in my last chain for this row. So we're going to insert our double crochet. So please count your work. I forgot to count the chain before I start crocheting, but it turns out that I have 56 chain, not 55. I think because of this last space here, this last stitch I added. So yeah, I think that made it 56 instead of 55. So count your work to avoid mistakes. So I'm just going to ignore that because it's not really a mistake for me. So I'm just gonna just ignore it and keep on walking of what I'm doing. But some mistakes I can't ignore. So I'm gonna chain 3 right here. 1, 2, 3 to an hour walk. So now we're gonna start working our ripped stitch, um, rib pattern or rib stitch. I don't know, rib pattern. So this counts as a this counts as a stitch, as a half double crochet stitch. So yarn over, we're going to skip this space right here, this first space, and start in the next space. So we're going to do back loop only for the ripped design or rib pattern. So yarn over, insert in the back loop here, there's the back loop. So this is the way you are going to have that pattern, that ripped kind of pattern. So we're going to keep on doing this in this row, back loop only. So this is basically what we are going to be doing, or what we are working with right now. Always remember to chain 3 and skip the first space, because the chain 3 counts as 1, so you have to skip this first space and then insert in the back loop of other space to give it that ripped kind of design. So you yarn over, insert in the back loop, so I'm sorry if my hands might shift away from the camera. Yeah, just sorry about that. I'll try to cover myself, but just in case it happens, don't come for me, guys. Don't come for me, please. I'll try my best not to let it happen, but just in case it does happen, I'm so sorry, guys. So we are at the last stage of this row. I'm gonna yarn over and start the last. Sorry, here. I'm gonna insert this, and there you have it. Okay, so if I count, let's count together just to avoid mistakes. I should have 56 stitches when I count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So we have a total of 56 stitches on the second row also. So to go to the next row, we're going to chain 3, turn your work. As I said, skip this first one. This is 3. Then the first space right here, skip it, because this 3 counts as 1 stitch always. So yarn over, insert in the back loop, that's the second space. So go through, do your double crochet, then in the next back loop your double crochet. So this is basically how we are going to keep on crocheting this in the back loop till we get the amount of rows that will cover our arms round. I don't really know how many rows I'm going to make, so I'm just going to do that and come back and tell you guys how many rows I did for my arm, to cover my arm, because I really wanted I'm going to show you guys, because I wanted it to be a bit big. I don't want it fitting, so I'm going to go round and then I'll show you guys how many rows I did to cover my whole arm, to go my arms round. Yeah, so basically just keep on doing the double crochet in the back loop round, and I will see you guys when I'm done. Okay guys, so I finished with the arm panel, the arm part. So I did a total of 30 rows. I was just kind of fitting it on my arm to know what suits best on how many rows I'm gonna do. So I concluded with a total of 30 rows, and we're gonna join that this way with a slip stitch to kind of make it like an arm compartment or something. So to do that, we're going to join our two sides this way, and then after your final row, you're going to join. You're going to make your chain one, and then you come to the other part. Look for the first part of this row, then pull through this one, then chain one again. Okay, so now we're going to go through that same space to kind of seal it finally. So we're going through that same space and then through this other space right here, pull through one, and you're going to pull through all of them. So basically that same way. So you're going to insert the next space, which is this, right? Insert into this other space, pull through all of them. So yeah, that's basically how you're going to keep on sewing this together to the last part of the row. So I'm just going to go do that and come back and show you guys. Yeah. Okay guys, so when you're done with the next panel to make is a chest panel. I'm just gonna drop a picture of the top again so you guys will see why what I'm doing next. So what I'm doing next is a chest panel, and the chest panel needs to be two, one for the left, one for the right. So I've done one side. I did a total of 30 rows for this side. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this chest panel. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how you can do that, or how I did it. Okay, so you get your yarn. It's just basically the same thing. The same thing with the arm panel, but instead of 50, I think it was 50 stitches I did, 50 chains. So instead of 50 chains, we're going to chain 138 chains. And mind you, I actually did measure it and to see where I want it to be on me, like a crop top, because I wanted it like a crop sweater, you understand? If you know the picture, you know it's a crop sweater. So we're going to chain 138. Yeah, I did 138 because you are going to fold it. It's folded. So you're going to fold, it's long, so you're going to fold it to go round your shoulder. You want it to go around your shoulder. So we're going to make 138. That was what I did there. So I'm just going to go do this one because I've shown you guys this from the other one I did, from the arm panel I did. So basically the same thing. I use double crochet the same way, the same method, everything I did for the arm panel, for this chest panel. So difference is longer. It's 38 row, 38 stitches, 38 chains, and then you do a row of 30. So I'm going to go do an extra one for this, and when I'm done with the extra one for this, I'll come and show you guys how we can do the cuffs for the arms, and then we'll join the whole panels together, or the whole parts together for the top. Okay, so I took the liberty to do one side of the cuff. So this is a total of 15 chains. It's still the same method, but 15 chains, and I didn't use double crochet. I use half double crochet. So I'm going to show you guys, just in case you do not know what a half double crochet is. So I have 15 chain here already. So just make your chain normally. So for the half double crochet, you're going to chain one, right? Then over your hook, you're going to skip that one, insert into the next one. That's the 15th one, and pull through all three. Basically that way. So you're going to insert, pull through all three. So till you get to the edge. Okay, so we have a total of 15 chain. Please count, always count to avoid you doing mistakes. While counting, just make sure that it's complete so you don't have to miss or increase anything. So now we're at the edge of this row. We're going to chain one, and it's still going to be a rib stitch, so it's going to be back stitch only. So they have the double crochet we did, we skipped the first one, but this time we are not going to skip the first one. We're going to insert our first stitch into that first space, then continue, because we didn't chain up three that counts as a stitch in this half double crochet than that we did in the other ones. You get my point? So yeah, basically this is how you're gonna do. I did a total of 28 rows, so I'm just gonna do the total of 28 rows and then come show you guys how to combine everything. Okay guys, so I am done with all my piece. I decided to use the floor so I can show you guys in a wider setting so you guys can see. So it's time for me to join the piece together. So this is the hand. I increased my wrist portion to, I think, 20 instead of 15 that I did the last time. So I did 20 chains. So now I'm going to join them. So how am I going to join them? I'm going to join this part this way. So I'm going to join this way, these two. I'm going to join them this way and then leave like an opening for the neck. Same thing to here. Then I'm going to join the side also. So yeah, you get the picture of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be using the smaller hook this time around to join them. So we're going to start up with this one. I'm going to use my leftover yarn to like join them first. So let's get this portion first and then we can join the other sides. So for my joining, I don't know if you guys know how to join. It's just the usual way I join. Nothing special. So basically, okay, so you want to count your whole row. If I can remember correct, I did 138 for each of the rows. So we would want to keep 38 right here. We'll stitch 50 this side, stitch 50 this side, and then leave 38 stitches open. That's where your neck would go on. So we want to do that. So you want to count to make sure that you do not make any mistakes. So I'm going to count this, be sure that it's 50 this side and 50 this side, and then the rest will be open for the neck. So guys, I'm going to show you guys how to stitch the hand part. So I just finished doing this part of the hand. I don't know if we can show you guys. So I've joined like this center complete. Then I did the side, and then I joined the hand and the wrist and the arm parts and everything. So I'm just going to do that same thing for this side. So I will show you guys. I just want to make sure I show you guys every step of the way. So before we go, as you can see, this part is like way bigger. The rows are bigger than this. I think I have 30 rows here and I have 22 rows here. So I'm going to show you guys how to make sure that they all combine. We're going to turn the back of this wrist, which has this reach, and the front of the side. So we're going to insert the front inside the wrist this way, so it's inside. So when you are done stitching, you can just fold it back and it shows. You get my point, right? Hopefully you got my point. Anyways, sorry guys for the noises. There's no light, so we are using generator, and some people are just making noise in the house. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start stitching. So for this one, that's the one with the lower, that's like the 22 rows. We're going to do 2 of these stitches. So we're going to do 1 space 1, 1 space 2, 1 space 1, 1 space 2. What I mean by 2 is this. There you go, slip stitch. So what I mean by 1 space 1, 1 space 2 is, okay, so in here we're going to make 2 stitches. So we're using single crochet to stitch them in. So we're going to take this one, and inside that same space here, inside this same space, we're going to take another space from the back. So here, that's 2 in one space, then 1 this side, take this, just this one, that's 1, then the next space is going to be 2. So in this space right here, hope you guys can see, ignore my nails, ignore my nails guys. So in this space, right, we're going to take this one, that's 1, we're going to do the second one in that same space, insert in that same space. We're going to take one other space, which is this one here. We just took this one, so we're going to take this one, that's 2 in that same space. So the next space we're going to do 1, that's that tiny one, this tiny one here. We're just going to take 1, which is this one we're going to take. So the next space is going to be 2, insert, I'm going to take this space here, chain 1, then insert the next space, which is this one, chain 2. So basically that way you keep on, I said 1 space from the front and the back, then the next space is going to be 2. It's going to be a bit confusing, but I hope you understand what I mean, or what I want you to understand. But yeah, that's basically how you're going to go around the whole space. The aim is to just make sure we get everything in. So I've gotten that one, so the next one is this one, which is going to be 2 inside that same space, and we're going to get here, making it 2, sorry. So this is how we're going to use, and until we get to the other side. So I'm just going to go do that round and then come back and show you guys. Okay, so I am done. I'm just going to cut off this part, and we're going to pull through. So I'm going to sew in all this stuff like that, so you can then open, and yeah, you have this. So don't mind if it's like a bit tattered or anything. It's not your fault. So yeah, so the next step is going to be to add it to the main top, guys. I think this is big, but I just hope you guys get the picture of what I'm doing. So this is this part we just did, and now the next part is to join this and this. So I am going to count in this other side, in this side. I'm going to count 30 here and 30 here. So a total of 60 um, spaces. I'm going to leave a total of 60 space for the hand, and then we're going to join this with slip stitch and leave a total of 60 space here to join the hand. So we're going to start here, this place. So for this joining of this part, we're going to do slip stitch instead of a single crochet. So I have gotten my 30. I didn't count how many I got here. I just made sure that I have 60 here. I don't really care about the sides. So we are going to chain one and then cut it. Okay, so when that is done, now we are going to attach our arm to it. So for that, we're going to leave it in the front, like the arm should be in the front. So we're going to insert into the dress. The top should be at the back also. Should be inside out, so not back, I mean inside out. So we're going to put the hand inside the top so that it will be this way. It's going to be this way. So you have the arm and then you have the top itself. So for this part, we are going to do the same thing we did with the other hand, but we don't need to double this. We're just going to make one, just one in each of the spaces. Hope you guys understand what I mean by one in each of the spaces. I'm going to show you. Chain one. Then inside the space, this one here, the next one, or the next space. So we're going to try to sew in all this as we go. So this space here, the next one which is here, then the next space, and that will be the wider one, then the next space, the smaller one, this one, the next space, then this one, that's the wider one. So this is basically how I'm going to keep doing it and go round. So I'll see you guys at the end of this space, of this portion. So if you are done as usual, we are going to cut the yarn left. So all these yarns, we're going to sew that in, except the ones we already sewed into it. So then we are done attaching the whole thing. And we've done our work. So we are done, and this is how it looks when you turn it to the front, and the other end also. So now what is left is sewing in, cleaning up the work, cutting off the excess yarn, and I'm going to go with like a single crochet. I'm going to go around the neck, so just clean it up a bit, make it look nice. And then we are going to make a chain, like a rope for the down part, because we're not going to leave it this wide. So we're going to make a rope for the down part that we can use to tie on our waist to make it fit better. So I might clean up the down part a bit also, make it looking nice and clean, and then we'll add the rope and we'll clean up the neck and cut off the excess thread, and we are done. So I'm gonna do everything, all that. I'm gonna clean up everything and then show you guys the finish up when I'm done. Okay, guys, so this is the finished product. How are you guys liking it? I added you can see I added like an extra roll, like just to clean up the front parts, the neck area, right? And I added the tie here that would held it. So this is the back also. So guys, ignore the noise. I'm in Nigeria, so take what you get. Take what you get. Since there's no light, take what you get. Anyways, I'm really loving it. It just left with me accessorizing and with her bag and the heels. I think this look made it. I'm actually in love. You could wear this way if you want. You could wear it this way. You could wear it this way. Just any way that suits you and the vibe that you're in the mood. Oh my god, it looks so gorgeous. The color looks so gorgeous actually. The color looks so beautiful. So yeah, that's the pattern. If you're the girl that have been commenting down on my videos asking for this tutorial, I hope it helps you. I hope you see this. I know it's like a chaotic tutorial. I know there's a lot of noise. Please guys, bear with me. But if you have any question whatsoever, if you have any question that you want to know that I didn't explain very well in the video, just comment down below, ask me, and I'll answer them for you, right? So yeah, I hope you guys get to make this for yourself, because it was really fun making and it's really nice when you're done. So yeah, basically this is all for this video, guys. So if you love this video, please don't forget to give this video a very big thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and also comment down below, as I said, any question whatsoever. And if you need any other tutorial of any of my clothes or dresses that I've made in the past, just comment down below also. I might incline to do the tutorial for you guys, just like this one. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.